Good morning.
Morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
All right. Can everybody see me?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Can you see the shared screen?
Yes.
Oh, you can.
Productivity Hub.
Oh. How about now?
No.
Oh, good. All right. That's what I'm after. All right. Welcome, everybody. Let's get started. It is April 3rd, 2024. Let's talk real estate. Here's our social media post of the day, which is Happy Easter. And they had a bunny and a puppy.
Oh, nice.
So it was a tough choice. What do you think? Should I have done the bunny?
We,
Yeah.
Let's vote. Everybody has a vote.
well, we can't see it because you're not sharing.
Yeah, I
that.
was gonna say, I don't think I see.
Oh, I didn't see the bunny.
I've seen the bunny. I have seen the bunny.
I've seen the bunny. I think I shared the bunny.
Okay.
Yes, I saw the bunny out there.
Well,
I don't choose. I do both.
Right. You can also do that.
all right. Go on your productivity hub and check out the bunny, and then we'll vote by posting it on Facebook.
Oh, okay. Woo.
But I vote for the puppy.
Yeah.
And we still got you could post this today, and you can post it next week, and we'd still get in there.
Okay.
All right. Well, I didn't. I'm just trying something a little bit different here. Okay. There's the puppy.
Oh yeah. I
Just
haven't seen
feel-
that one.
Super, super cute.
Super
Mhm.
cute. All right. My message today is I have a question for everybody. It's going to be a simple question. How many listings are you planning on taking this quarter? The months of April, May, and June.
Gross.
How many listings are you planning on taking in April?
I don't know. It's only
Did I freeze? I did freeze. All right.
There,
Hi, did I
he's
freeze?
back.
I'm sorry.
You did. You're back.
Okay, I'm back. Internet problems. So I'll go back to this. How many listings are you planning on taking in the months of April, May, and June? That's the quarter. We know what you've done in the first quarter, which is probably not take as many listings as you would like. But now we have a chance with the experience of the first quarter to take advantage of the second quarter. I hope you learned something in the first quarter. I think we've learned a lot about the market conditions and what it's going to look like. So how many listings will you take? Because it's all about listings. The inventory shortage is still the biggest challenge that the industry faces. And I think most of us thought that would have been solved by now after what we've been through in the last few years. But the truth is, it's a combination of different things that have taken place that have caused the problem. And as we know, it was COVID, it's the supply, it's the interest rates going down, sharply down and sharply back up. And that's put us where we are today, trying to now get back to the surface and have a normal market. So we're getting there. But we've got to commit 100% to talking to our past clients and center of influence. Think about it. After everything we've been through, that's all we have left is our past clients and sphere of influence that have supported us throughout our entire career. It's time they got the attention. Talk to them at least 4 to 5 times per year. And not only suggesting they consider selling, but who do they know that wants to buy or sell real estate? Think of ways to do that. And maybe not this week, but next week, I'll come out with a new program that we're going to support at this level about how to support your past clients and sphere of influence and get them more involved in the community. The second is probably the most difficult thing for most agents. We've got to commit to 3 to 4 other types of prospecting that we can use. Always have multiple sources of prospects. The number of contacts that we can make each day relates exactly to the number of listings that we'll take over the course of the year. So commit to several types, and remember it's a numbers game. What are the other types? For sale by owners, expired listings. And you got to remember those things come and go. You can get frustrated. You say, okay, I'm going to work expireds. Okay, you work expireds. You go in every day, there aren't any. Okay, that's how it goes. But when you have one, you work it. They come and go, and it's just a numbers game. Go in looking for them every day. Look for expireds and look for sale by owner.
Mhm.
And then third, we've got to perfect our listing presentation. I've been saying this all winter. You know, when it slows down, that's the time to work on back office things. There's probably a lot of things you could have pre-printed and ready to go for that listing presentation, but certainly review the training. I think we have the best 5-point listing system in the industry. Absolutely. That when you're comfortable with that, you'll feel confident that you'll get the listing every time. So we've got to get stronger at our ability to stand out above the crowd. The age of going in, mumbling and fumbling around, hoping that they pick you. You know, I remember those days. That's what happens when you're new in real estate. You have to walk into the house with confidence that they're lucky that you're coming in to talk to them about listing their home for sale. So that's the third solution. And that's how you'll feel after studying our 5-point listing system. The fourth solution, which is why you're here today, is to know your market stats. Understand how many listings are coming on the market each month, how many are being sold, how many are being closed. Then you can sit down with a listing prospect and you can say, now is the time to sell. There's never been a time when there's more buyers waiting to buy a home just like yours. So if we get on the market, we're pretty much guaranteed a sale as long as we keep it priced within reason. And you can say those things if you've done your work and you have a great CMA and you have a great listing presentation. So it's a people business. Go out, start talking to people. This problem is universal and the solution is individual. You have to go out and start talking to people. If you and I go to work, do our job every day to try to take listings, we'll take listings. There are listings to be taken every day in the market. Go out and start talking to people. This is going to be a great year. It's already started off as a great year for this company. And remember, treat your business like a business, because you're in business for yourself. What do we got? We got listings. We have 24 listings today throughout the Pacific Northwest. Kuhn, what's happening that's new?
Well, a lot of things are happening in Portland. We got a couple closings over the past week. We have Nayef closing in Madras. I closed a property in Milwaukee, and Grant closed a property in Sandy.
Nice.
We also have agents working with buyers at the moment and going under contract. Kendall Miller just went under contract in Eagle Creek, Oregon. Property over 1.2 million. So congrats to Kendall for getting that signed and getting that accepted.
Hey,
we're still running low on listings, so we like John said, we need to get more in our inventory. So we gotta call our sphere and get them to sign those contracts.
Right. We are low. Nick, you've got one here. Tell us about your listing, Nick.
It's a little condo in Lake Oswego. I think it's a touch. We've had several open houses, and I think it's just a touch overpriced. She's a little older, and wanting to move to Arizona. And it's just kind of a complex thing. It involves, even after my pre-interview, more has come out of this about family and dynamics. She's now been hospitalized, so I am dealing with that right now. So that's a whole can of worms.
Yeah. What's the price?
$449,900.
449.9, and you told me a little bit about her motivation, that she has some family issues and maybe some health issues.
Right.
Okay.
Was that you taking a picture in the bathroom?
Yeah,
We're looking
I
at pictures
couldn't.
of Nick here. There's Nick.
Yeah, and actually, I'm glad she pointed that out. You know, because she didn't want a photographer in there, so this Lake Oswego condo probably should have used a photographer, but she lives there. She's 85 years old. You know, it's very stressful for her.
Yeah, it'll
You
work.
know, so I thought, well, let's just try.
You did a great job.
Yeah, and I'm still balancing it. She's really adorable. She's been there throughout the open houses even, which was like adorably awkward, but she just kind of reads. So anyways, we'll see. The story continues.
Okay. Very good. Cool. Who has Summerfield?
Summerfield is actually Michelle's. This one is limited representation. You know, she got it contracted so that she can just put it on the MLS for the client. This one's an interesting story though. So it's pretty much a for sale by owner, but you know, the owner discovered that he actually needs an agent. So this one will be coming back on the market with new photos and fully represented by one of our agents.
Nice.
Oh, okay. So,
Expect to see this one back on the market with a new price, updated photos, and you know, you can see what our office has to offer when it comes to listing services. Stay
Okay.
tuned.
okay, yeah, good job, Michelle. Get that back. Get that back with a realtor.
Yes.
All right. Shauna, how's Washington?
Busy, very busy.
Yeah.
Jen closed one in Longview, and Shauna closed two in Vancouver.
Wow.
So we had a good closing week so far. And what I expect a few more closings this month, and new listings coming on Friday. I have photos scheduled for tomorrow on a brand new listing in Fairway Village, which is a golfing over 55 community. And it's 1350 square feet. And it is just been freshly painted in the inside, new flooring. We're gonna price it really at a good price, and we're going to have an open house this weekend. So Kat is going to be holding an open house, and I'm hopeful she'll have a lot of activity because we're gonna price it good. And there's another listing just on the same street having one at the exact same time, which I planned on purpose because I saw it there. So we'll be piggybacking on that, and they're priced about 100,000 more than we are. So it's going to be an eye opener for that agent who's very much overpriced. So too bad for them, but good for us. And let's see what else. I have others coming. Probably prefer not to talk about them quite yet.
Which one is
Not at that stage. All right.
which one are you holding open? Is it on the
It's the Fairway Village over 55 golfing community. It should have a lot of it's a really cool, I mean, I honestly have considered buying in that community. I'm just eligible this year. Or last year.
You know what street it's on?
It's on Balboa, and it's not on there yet. It's coming.
Okay.
I'm getting photos on Thursday. We're listing Friday. So we're gonna be really fresh on the market with that open house. So as soon as it's live, we'll post it for you guys all to see.
Excellent. All right, good work in Washington. Thank you. Thank you. And Mario, how's Caldwell and Boise area?
We're doing great. Augie wrote up an accepted offer on a manufactured home in Notice, Idaho.
Right.
So that's currently pending. Jeff signed paperwork on a new listing yesterday, which goes live on Thursday. and he is also working on another listing. We currently have approximately 4 listings with Augie, and 1 with Jeff, and then 1 with Lee.
Nice.
Excellent. You got in here twice. I wonder how that happened.
That's actually 2 lots
Oh,
that are next to each other. The
oh, right.
180, the 180,000 are right next to each other, so it's 2 lots.
Okay.
You're gonna see all of ours in Vancouver almost always on there twice because there's 2 MLSs.
Right.
I expected in Washington.
Yeah.
Okay, that looks like a nice nice place for a home.
Yeah, it does. Right on some water.
Yeah. Okay. All right, good job. Thank you. Thank you. We've got some inventory. Company and office events. This is here for your reference at all times. There is a Mike Ferry event in Vegas, a Century 21 event in Orlando this summer. And then later is the Realtor Conference in Boston, Massachusetts. And if anybody, let me know if anybody's interested in that. I'd love to talk about that. And just had a PDX lunch and learn. How did that go, Koom?
Oh, it went wonderful. We had special guests from OREF, Lisa Nishioka, who's joining us today.
Yes, thank
was
you,
one
Lisa.
of the presenters.
Sure.
Lots of good information about forms updates, and had a great discussion about the buyer's representation agreement. So, yeah, thank you again to Lisa and the committee at OREF for coming in, providing a great presentation, and getting our agents up to date on forms.
Okay.
We have ones, we have lunch and learns scheduled every month. I am still working on April's, but I will announce that as soon as I have more information.
Okay. Very good. Any other branch have anything to announce? Yeah.
We're going to have here in Caldwell, there's another update regarding the NAR and also the forms here in Idaho. So on the 10th, there's going to be another meeting regarding the forms and the NAR litigation. And so we're going to have a meeting. Anyone who wants to join us here in the office to have it here, but I'll also have an announcement made to all the agents so they can see it at home as well.
Okay.
Nice.
Nice.
Yeah, send that out and we'll all join.
Yeah. Shauna, did you say something?
I'm going to be having a agent advanced training for Moxie on April 18th at 2 p.m. and that will be on Zoom.
Yeah,
Right.
send that over because we'll invite all agents to that too, no matter where they are. Yeah.
Yes, excellent. Okay.
It is engaged, but I might switch it to a website because I think we need to go back to that right now.
Yes.
Oh, all right. All right. Okay, how's the market? Like Mike Ferry says, you have to know the statistics. And most agents know what's happening. Good agents understand it, and great agents can explain it, and you have to explain it because it's the first question you'll be asked. When you walk out the door today, someone's going to say, how's the market? I've got the latest MLS statistics sitting there. Big news of the day is always the interest rates. And there was some good news. There's 6.79 today. Not bad news. It's not great news, but they are there remaining in a stable place. And that's what we need is stability. And Kuhn will talk a little more about interest rates and mortgage rate trends. And there is the chart. This is an excellent chart to share with your clients because it tells a longer story. Well, what does that mean? They're up, they're down, they're up, they're down every day. And you can see, we've been doing that all year. They're up, they're down, they're up, they're down. There's the story. They're down. They're stable. So that's a good chart. I would share that with them. The consumer price index, which is something that's talked about in the news quite a bit today, 3.2. this comes out every month. 3.2 is great, except the Fed is worried about inflation, so they're keeping the interest rates lower for now. They've promised to lower them. They won't say exactly when. So we're in a holding pattern of still having an expectation that mortgage rates will go down this year, perhaps by a whole point. So we shall see. The absorption rate, that's telling you whether it's a seller's market or a buyer's market. The Portland Metro has 2.8 months of inventory, and that indicates a seller's market, favoring sellers, not both sellers. And that's there's an explanation for it, but the chart kind of tells you 1, 2, and 3 months of inventory is a seller's market. You get further than that, and it's considered a balanced market. And you get over 6 months of inventory where they're sitting longer, that's considered a buyer's market. So still a seller's market in most areas. The National Association of Realtors, I believe today was interest rates. Let me see if that comes up. There we go. Kuhn, what's happening with interest rates?
Yeah, let's see what the economists have to say. Mortgage interest rates have continued in their mid 6% range for 16 weeks. The 30-year fixed mortgage interest rate declined slightly to 6.79% from 6.87% the week prior, just like John said. Home buyers purchasing a $400,000 home with a 20% down payment at a 6.79% interest rate would have a monthly mortgage payment of $2,084. This is a savings of $270 per month from when mortgage interest rates were 7.79% in October of 2023. However, the typical first-time buyer does not put down 20%. Last year, the typical first-time buyer had a down payment of 8%. In that scenario, for a home buyer purchasing a $400,000 home with an 8% down payment at a mortgage interest rate of 6.79%, the mortgage payment would be $2,397. Housing affordability is one of the reason the share of first-time buyers last month at 26% matched the lowest share ever recorded dating back to 2008. Inventory is the second critical component. First-time buyers need value and rely on the expertise of realtors to help find the right home and with negotiations.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay, good stuff. So first-time buyers can't seem to get their way in. That's tough. Okay.
Yep. We got to help them.
We got to help.
Sure.
Yeah.
Yep.
Well, we need to take listings. We need to convince sellers that they can sell and they can get the house on the market. Yeah.
Yeah, there's a lot we can do to help with this market right now.
Yeah. Okay. All right. How's the market? Let's do one of these. We have 4 territories, so I usually just pick one of these to go over. And let's do, since what did I get? Oh, I got Cowlitz County. Oh, no, Jennifer's not here.
That looks like the Clark County thing I sent you.
Oh, okay.
Oh, we already had Clark County.
Okay. Well, I got that other one off of the CCAR website. They provide those for us every month, which is cool.
Okay. Well,
Nice.
Shauna, how's the market in Clark County?
Clark County, Vancouver, Washington, we are seeing increasing home prices as interest rates are expected to drop this year. Southwest Washington is currently a seller's market due to a shortage of inventory. Average days on market is up to 77 days from 64 days, with 2.5 months of inventory, which is still not a lot of inventory. Median home prices have increased 2% over the last year from $499,000 to $510,000. Interest rates are currently at 6.79 and are expected to go down slightly over time. This is a great time to list while it's still favorable to sellers. You want to get on the market before everybody else does. And buyers are benefiting from the dropping prices. And a little bit lower interest rates.
A little bit lower interest rates, a little bit lower prices sometimes. Okay. Okay. Maybe we're going out there. Maybe say it's not a bad time to buy. Maybe it's not a bad time to sell.
Mhm.
It's hard to
Well,
say.
the future is unknown. You don't want to wait to see what that is. If you can do it now, it's the best time.
Yeah.
Now
Absolutely.
is always the best time.
If it's the time for you to do it now, then there's no reason to wait. Okay, so I have all of those there. That's your elevator speech. That's something you should be familiar with because people will ask and they want statistics. They don't want the market's crazy. They don't want, oh, everything's we're just waiting to see. That's not the answer they want. They want the statistics and they want confidence so that they can make their decisions.
There's just nothing worse than not knowing what to say, in my opinion. I had a situation that came up recently where I was trying to get people excited about something and I did not have my elevator speech ready and I really flubbed up, and John was there while I did it, so he knows I did it. But it was a good lesson. So I'm working on that speech.
Yep. Yep. For those who prospect on the phone, there's all kinds of things, but I would print that out and have it taped to my desk along with the other scripts that help me make me look really smart.
Mhm.
Just like a comedian who tells jokes that has all the jokes taped to the stage in front of them. You can
Mhm.
do that in your home office and you will sound really knowledgeable and everything's right on the top of your head. Why not?
They make it look effortless.
They make it look easy.
But
Yep.
it's a lot of work.
Yeah. Okay, Accelerate. If you haven't taken Accelerate, you must take Accelerate. It's a fantastic class. Gives you an entire overview of real estate sales. And the next one is coming up April 8th through May 3rd. That's a 4-week course. It's 3 days a week. You'll go online with up to 100 other Century 21 agents in the country. And so
A great way to meet people for referrals.
It really is.
Yeah. And virtual Go List, that's coming up April 30th through May 21st. That's a little bit shorter program, a little bit more condensed. That is all about getting a listing, working on your listing presentation and getting a listing during this period of time. April 30th to May 21st, you should expect to get a listing. If your goal is singularly getting a listing ASAP, I would sign up for that. And the 21
I think I'm gonna do the June one because the Tuesdays is a hard day for me, but once the summer gets here, Tuesdays will be a lot easier for me. So I think I might do that.
Oh, good. June 4th. Okay. And the 21-day challenge is coming up April 10th.
Yeah.
And I have other links here to the Century 21 University and directly to Century 21 University for MoxieWorks. And I have the social media playbook here in case you haven't looked at that or been to any of our training on that. And before we go into our topics, let's take a little break and let somebody else talk. So this is
Want to know one of the biggest make or breaks of this year's housing?
This is KCM, which is a company that we've been watching. And they talk about videos and they sell a service, as most of you know. But there's some very interesting information in here. So let's have a listen to what she has to say.
One of the biggest make or breaks of this year's housing market. If you're thinking mortgage rates, you're close, but not quite there. It's pre-approval. Yep, I know. It's more of a lender topic. But in the wake of many different market factors, this is something you should be coaching your real estate clients on right now. There are really 3 big reasons. Number 1, it lets buyers know exactly how much they can borrow. Number 2, it shows sellers that buyers mean business. And number 3, buyer activity is picking up, so it could be their golden ticket to beating out any other offers. We have the video you can make right now that helps communicate all of that. We've even linked this script in the YouTube description, so there's no excuse not to do it. None. Zero. You can take that script and use the teleprompter app, but I'm gonna do it the easy way with Real Talk by KCM. If you don't know, Real Talk is an all-in-one video creator made specifically for agents. It has a built-in teleprompter, pre-written scripts, and templates, so the only thing you have to do is shoot and share, all in the app. You can literally make videos in minutes with no editing needed. It's kind of a no-brainer. On that note, here's the video agents need to record for this month. So first thing that you're gonna do, open up the KCM mobile app, kind of a no-brainer. And then you're gonna choose scripts, because that's where all the Real Talk scripts are. Scroll down a little bit and go to why pre-approval matters more today, because it does. And then I'm just gonna read through real fast. The script looks great, but you can edit or customize it if you want to. And then let's just go ahead and record this. Thinking about buying a home? Before you start scouting neighborhoods and dream homes, there's an important first step you don't wanna skip: getting pre-approved for your mortgage. And guess what? It's even more important right now. Since mortgage rates have come down from their peak late last year, more buyers are jumping back into the market. That means you could see even more competition from other buyers. Here's how pre-approval can help. The first benefit of getting pre-approved is it helps you understand how much you can borrow for your home loan. And that makes it a lot easier to figure out your price point and set a realistic budget. And with home affordability where it is today, this can really help you wrap your head around your options. But there's more to it than just numbers. Getting pre-approved also puts you in a position to act fast when you find your dream home. And it sets you apart from other buyers by showing sellers you're serious and ready to make a move. In a market where every advantage matters, getting pre-approved is important. Want more buying tips? Let's connect. And that's it. You just open the app, select the script, record it, and
Yeah, it's that easy.
And that's it, yes. Well,
After the 20th time or
After the
so.
20th time, yeah, it takes a little practice. There's no doubt about
You gotta work to make it perfect.
that. So they give you, excuse me, they give you all the tools, but you could do it yourself. She just told you what to say, and practice that.
It really is easy though.
Does anyone in our company have a subscription to this? John, you probably do, I'm sure, but does anyone else have a subscription to this particular program?
Shauna, you had one.
Yes,
Okay.
I have used this program and it is, what was exactly, what did you want to know exactly? I'm sorry.
Is anyone subscribed to this right now? That's
Oh, I'm not subscribed. I have been subscribed and then I found myself getting busy and I wasn't using it, but I could sign up for it again. It's well worth the money. There's a few different versions. I was doing the full version where I think it was close to $100 a month. And you know, what I do is I maybe switch around what I'm doing. You know, I'll be doing some other thing to help me with my lead generation and switch it back to this in different times, but it's really easy. You just do it on, you have a little app and you just like she showed you, it's just super simple. And the content is really good. I kind of feel like sometimes doing a script is not always the best, but it's better than doing nothing. If you can't think of something to say, it's better than doing nothing. It's really, that's why it takes me so many times, because I want it to sound more natural. So that's what I decided I wanted to do, sound a little bit more natural.
Right.
Well, I agree with you, but you can sound natural with your script as well.
You
Yeah.
can, if you practice, yeah.
If you're doing a 1-minute video, you got to know what to say. And yours were very good, Shauna. I'd love to see you continue doing that.
I felt like I was kind of robotic, but you know, your worst critic is yourself, so.
Exactly. It'll never be right.
Mhm.
No, I mean, no, you know, someone like George Stephanopoulos, he goes home every day just going, why did I say it that way? Why did I do that? You never get used to it. You never get used to your own voice.
That's probably true.
Yeah. All right. What I have today, the buyer's presentation page, I want to make sure everybody knows about this. It's right here on the Productivity Hub. It's actually, let me show you. It's when you go to the Productivity Hub that you go to every Wednesday, it's right here, the second one down here on the left. And then there's a link to it here. And this is something that we've been working on to respond to the changes that are being made and some updated information. So let me just go through this quickly and then we'll do a little bit of role play. Okay, steps to buying a home here. And this is also a handout. I have some handouts here for your clients if you want to present them something, either printed or email or any other way. And this tells the client what you're going to do for them. What are the steps that you're going to do? And so we'll go over that as a script, but that's something you can hand out to them. And then I'm going to keep documents here, and you can use this if you're talking to a client and just give you some quick information. The first thing is we're telling you what our fee schedule is at North Star. Our commission is 3% of the purchase price to the buyer for brokering a transaction. Commission structures may vary based on the seller's motivation to sell and market conditions. For instance, some sellers may offer to pay some or all of a buyer's portion of the commission. We're coming to find out that some builders are paying the broker 1%. And you may have signed an agreement for 2.5%. That means your buyer would be asked to pay 1.5%. So as long as we understand our price is 3%, of course it's negotiable. You know, sell the house, but try to get your 3%. And that's got to be your starting place. You know, like we always say, will you cut the commission? No. The answer has to be no, because that's where you're starting negotiations. You will not cut it. And then you continue to talk if that's something you need to do. Kuhn, you gave me the paperwork that pertains to this topic. And so I put it there as a quick reference. I know there's lots of other places to get it. But as we keep discussing this topic, we'll be referring to this webpage. Same thing in Washington. And Shauna, you provided these 4 documents.
Washington likes their documents.
They do. I like how they number them. Lisa, can we number the documents from now on?
I think we do have a number on them. It's on the bottom.
You know what?
Oh.
You're right. You're right, but they fixate on the number in Washington. They
Yes.
really do. Okay, and Idaho, sorry, I didn't get time, Mario, to post the thing that we have available today. But they're working on this, and they'll have more coming soon for Idaho. And California, that's just a coming soon topic, but it is there. The buyer questionnaire. These are to pre-qualify your buyers for what kind of house they want and what their motivation is to buy. You always need to know your client's motivation. And so we have a questionnaire that you should do every single time, because there's not a thing on this list that you don't need to know in order to service your client. All right, let me show you these. At the bottom are the scripts and the handouts, and I'll show you the handout first, because that is something you can print or copy and paste and give to the client. And it's just what you will do to sell their house. And we'd had this before, but the one change is the first thing you're talking about is select a real estate agent to represent you. You'll be asked to sign a buyer services agreement and discuss with your agent how commissions are structured. Century 21 North Star's commission is 3% of the purchase price to the buyer for brokering a transaction. So this is what I already talked about. So that's there for you. And then for those of you who attend our daily sessions, these will be familiar to you. Let's see. Shauna, would you like to go through the script?
Sure.
Okay.
You want me to be the agent or you being the agent?
You be it, I'll be Mr. and Ms. Buyer.
Okay. Oh, hello, Mr. and Mrs. Buyer. May I take you through the buying process I use when assisting a buyer in purchasing a home?
Sure.
Great. Let's first review the agency relationships and how commission costs work. Are you currently represented by an agent?
No, I'm not.
Great,
Oh,
great.
you
I
know what,
need,
Shauna, I'm going to stop you because I was thinking the other night, the next question should be, would you like me to represent you? I guess you have to say that first too. You think this is the
yes.
time to say that? I think it is.
Yeah, I was just gonna say, I'm so glad because I would like to be the person who represents you in your purchase. Would you like that?
Yes.
Great.
Where
I'm
do I
going-
sign?
Good question. The first thing is I'm going to ask my lender, Lisa, to give you a call as soon as possible and discuss with you all the financing options available. This should answer all of your questions as well, give you confidence you'll want in purchasing a home today. Can I have them call you in the next several hours?
Oh, that would be great. Thank you. I didn't know where to go with that.
Great. Once you and the lender have designed a financing agreement for yourself, I'm going to ask you a lot of questions regarding the type of home you want to buy. Have you outlined in detail the type of home you want to purchase?
Oh, yeah. We know exactly what we want.
I like that.
Just need to
Well, and you have the right to change your mind, just so you know. That can happen.
Okay.
Once we've determined the type of home you want to purchase, I will select 3 to 4 of the absolute best homes in that range for you to look at. I don't want to confuse you by showing you a lot of homes. Do you understand?
I think so. Yeah. Yeah. Just a few. at a
Great. Yeah, great. Yeah, it's better to take it slow and to really focus in on what your criteria is and definitely will help you find the perfect one.
Okay.
Well, as perfect as it can be. Once we have looked at these properties, I will ask you to select one and we will write an offer on that property. Are you prepared to write an offer if we find the right property?
We are. Yeah, we need to get moving.
Great. Once we've written an offer to the seller, I will negotiate that contract for you. If it's accepted, we'll work together each day towards closing.
Okay.
Based on this process that I have used in helping folks find a home, do you still want me to proceed to have the lender call you?
Yes. Yes.
Great. I'm going to print out this document and we will take care of this agreement right now.
Okay. I'm excited about this.
Me too. Let's go.
Is it hard to buy a house?
Not when you have a good agent.
Great. Great. Okay, Kuhn, you remember doing these?
I do.
Okay. So, before you do these, you want to print this out so you can write that down and refer to it. And you're needing to know the buyer's motivation, and you may have to, from time to time, remind the buyer of their motivation as they, get picky or whatever. Remind them that they've got a place to go. They've got family to see. They've got a job to get to. School's going to start.
Correct.
They've already told you their urgency.
Yep. And I still use these, the script for notes. I always refer back to them when I need to. So,
Okay.
yeah,
Let's go through this. I'll be the buyer.
wonderful.
Buyer.
Okay. Thanks again, Mr. Buyer, for meeting with me. I'm excited about helping you find a home. I'd like to take a few minutes and ask you about the home you would like to purchase in your home buying needs. How's that sound?
Yeah, sure.
Perfect. Are there any other areas that you're interested in other than the area we're discussing?
No, I really want Lake Oswego.
Okay, perfect. Well, what's important to you about this, about Lake Oswego?
We work here.
Ah, yes, always a good reason to find a home.
Yeah.
How long have you been looking for a home?
About a year.
A year? Okay, good to know. And have you seen any homes that you like?
We have, we want to, we'd like to be with a view of the lake.
Oh, perfect.
And we can go up to 1.2 million.
Okay.
But really, there's a lot of nice homes in that price range in Lake Oswego.
Right. And what aspects of those homes did you like? Can you describe some of them for me that you might want to put an offer on?
Yeah, we're looking for a 3-car garage, a workout room, garden beds, and a hot tub.
Okay, perfect. Perfect. And how soon would you like to move in? It sounds pretty urgent to find you a new place, right?
Well, we're tired of looking, so we have a goal. We have a goal that we'll find something within the next 30 days.
30 days. Okay, perfect. And do you need to sell an existing home to buy the next one?
No, we don't.
Okay, perfect. That makes things a little easier. What price range were you considering? You mentioned 1.2 million? Is that,
1.2 million or less, between
Okay.
7 and 1.2.
Okay, sounds good. I'm sure you and your lender have discussed a down payment. How much do you want to put down?
We could do 20%.
20%? Wonderful. That not a lot of people can do that. I'm glad you guys can. It makes things a
Right.
little easier. How many bedrooms and baths do you want in your new home?
Ideally be 4-bedroom. 4-bedroom, 3-bath, 4-bath.
Okay.
However that
Perfect.
works.
And what other features are you looking for in your new home?
The garden beds are the main feature for us.
Ah, perfect. That should be easy to find. We can definitely find a good property in Lake Oswego with the space where you can put those garden beds in. Are
Right.
there any other people who need to see the home before you make a decision to buy?
Just me and my partner.
Okay, perfect.
Oh, and
And
why is number 11 bold?
because we want to make sure all of the decision makers are present. We want to make sure that we don't waste our time doing multiple showings of the same property when we can have everybody there to talk about it and make that decision together.
You don't want to waste your time showing it to one person when you're going to have to show it to the other person and maybe the other person and maybe the other person.
Correct.
Yeah.
Correct.
Okay, I understand
it's
that.
very
We'll
important.
both be there then.
Perfect. Well, how many times will you need to see before you? How many homes will you need to see before you make a decision to buy?
We're just waiting. We've seen them all. We're just waiting for something to come up.
Okay, good. It sounds like you'll know when you see it.
Yeah.
And if we see the right home today, it sounds like you're ready to make a decision. So I'm glad to hear that. If we don't find the right home today, how quickly will I be able to reach you if I find the right home?
Oh, I'm serious. Well, you've got my cell number. Call me anytime you find something.
Appreciate that. You've been pretty responsive, and I think we have to be in this market. So
Right.
good. Are there any other questions or concerns you have about buying a home at this moment?
I'm concerned about the commission. I would love to find a house where the seller is participating in the commission.
Mm-hmm. Yep. I'll definitely make sure that that is the case when we go take a look at the house. But we did discuss this prior. When you sign the buyer's representation agreement, we'll have that discussion if you do need to contribute some of the compensation. But you did agree to the 3%, so
Right.
hopefully the seller will take care of that. But if not, it sounds like you're in the position to, cover the rest of it, and I really appreciate that.
Right. Thank you. Okay. That's that presentation. Does anybody have any questions or anything they'd like to add to that or to discuss?
Thoughts on that?
Because
He's got it pretty polished with that script.
yeah, it is. That's the Mike Ferry, based on the Mike Ferry, and he pretty much covers everything in that. And we had to rework it a little bit for the situation that we're dealing with today, but it's still a great script. It's still a great way to approach it. And if you'd written those things down, that will help you find them their house and remind them of what they're doing. So I think we covered everything there. Well, very good. Well, thanks, everybody. We'll talk more about working with buyers next week. And we'll talk about anything that comes along that needs to be discussed.
Thank you.
Thank you, everybody. Have a great week. We'll see you next
Thank you
time.
for having me hop in. Bye.
Yes.
Thank
Bye.
you. Bye.
Bye.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.